This is a photo of Andre Gomes, a football player from Everton football team. And he had an injury around 2 weeks ago. Please pay attention to the injury. I'm sorry. As you can see, the ankle is broken, the foot is literally detached from the leg. And this injury was actually so horrific that you can see the awe and shock in the faces of his teammates looking at what could be the end of the professional career of their friend. What happens after this is that they usually take him to a hospital, they take some CT scans, and probably give him an implant prosthesis for his ankle. And let me tell you, those metallic implants will never, ever work as good as your own bone. Actually, it's not only in football. It's for all of us. We are living in an aging society, and every day any of us or our loved ones might need to go and get a joint reconstruction surgery. And research shows that if that happens, there is a 50% chance that that surgery will require another revision surgery afterwards. You cannot have your own normal movements back, let alone doing professional sports. All the surgeries, all the technology, the rehabilitation exercises, and yet there has been this guy all this time that does all of this better than all of us. They re-heal themselves. I'm not talking about Deadpool or Wolverine. This happy little guy. Salamanders have healing abilities, meaning that if you cut one of their limbs, they will regrow the same bone and joint structure back in place, and they will move as well as before. Exactly the same. And this is healing. And there is a very fine line between healing and treatment. In the case of our bones and joints, treatment is when you go to the doctor and they will see your problem and they will choose an off-the-shelf implant and they will put it in your body and they will hope that you will get better. Healing, on the other hand, is when you have your own bone and joint structure back in place and you will move as you did before. Andre Gomes is getting treatment. Salamander got healed. I am Navid, CEO and co-founder of Fusedbone, and we help patients heal. We're an online design platform, and we use standard medical images to reproduce the exact design of your bone and joint structure, the exact same thing, an extension of your own bone. And we enable hospitals to produce those designs and those implants on site at the hospital of surgery using materials that are as close to your bone as possible. The implant that we design is the correct form of your anatomy. It has irregularities on its shape that will fill in the natural cavity inside your bone, which eventually means a much faster, much more precise surgery and shorter rehabilitation time. Thanks to the partnership that we have with our 3D printing partners and material partners, we were able, for the first time, to print a scaffolding porous structure inside these implants, which will promote bone growth, which means that this implant will be filled with your own bone after some time. This is the healing that we're talking about. And last but not least, thanks to our revolutionary distribution model, you can have this specifically designed and made device for you in less time than an Amazon Prime delivery, as opposed to waiting month and month for your implant to be delivered. Let's see a patient case. So this person, as you can see, the joint is all over the place. It's not moving in its place. It's going under the other bone. And here you can see a Fusedbone design implants in the hand of the same patient. And as you can see, the normal movement of the elbow is now back. And this is not the only case. We have already helped dozens of people heal from injuries caused by accidents, sports, aging. And I know what you might be thinking about. Oh, this is a one-off, this is a 3D printed thing, the technology is not there, it's going to be extremely expensive, but I have to tell you that you're wrong. My co-founder started this research around 4 years ago with the sole goal of providing patient-specific implants to patients who could not afford it. So we do not charge an arm and a leg for each implant that we design. We actually charge a subscription fee to hospitals for our design service. And this will lead basically to hospitals save hundreds of thousands of euros each year, as each off-the-shelf implant costs roughly 5 times an implant that you can design and build in-house using Fusedbone. Speaking of my co-founder, this is us. We met each other in engineering school. I then became an entrepreneur, founding and exiting companies in 3D printing, in manufacturing, and food. And my co-founder became a bone and joint researcher and expert, patenting a very specific implant design that laid the foundation for our work. And we always shared one vision of a day that when you attend to a hospital, everything from your pills to your bones will be built for you at the hospital. And with our design service, we are laying the foundations to be the leader of this revolution to come, to make personalized healthcare affordable and accessible to everyone. If you want to see some 3D printed samples of our joints, please come to our booth and let's have a chat. Thank you so much.